So welcome. My name is Dr. Doug Larkin. And oh, sorry, are you muted?
Yeah, I'm muted. Hi, everyone. My name is Nika Munakata. I'm in the math department and I'm a mathematics educator.
All right, so I'm going to walk through some information about our program. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm interruptible here, and both Dr. Munakata and I we're here to answer any questions you have. So if there's a particular bullet point on a slide or question that you want to talk about, we can certainly just do it. Feel free to just unmute and let us know what your question is. Okay, so we're here to talk about the Noyce STEM for STEM project, and just a little bit of background. So Robert Noyce was an American physicist, helped found one of the early semiconductor companies, and Intel, which you may be familiar with. And upon his death, he donated a large sum of money to the federal government, specifically for the purposes of the preparation of math and science teachers. And then by the early 2000s, this program was up and running. There are Noyce scholarships, and I believe in all 50 states now, where the purpose is to support teachers in either becoming teachers, or there are different Noyce grants which support the professional development of teachers as well, and research into the preparation of STEM teachers. So this is a program that has been around a long time, like I said, over 20 years. We have had a Noyce program here at Montclair since 2013. The version of the Noyce program, so we just sort of finished one grant and we're starting a new one. And this particular one, we're recruiting for the first cohort of the new grant. So there are currently two Noyce programs at Montclair. There is one for elementary mathematics teachers run by Dr. Stephen Greenstein. Those of you who are math majors might know Dr. Greenstein. For the one that Dr. Munakata and I run, along with PJ Riccado at Bergen Community College, right, is the Secondary STEM Teacher Education Scholarship Program, colloquially known as STEM for STEM, Secondary Teacher Education at Montclair for STEM. Mika, do you want to take these couple here?
Sure. Our project called STEM for STEM supports biology, chemistry, physics, earth science, physical science, and mathematics. So basically any area of STEM that leads to teacher certification. And it sounds just from your intros that you are seeking one of those. All right, so for those of you that are undergraduate or will be undergraduate students when you apply, we can offer up to 2 years of support. So this is after you are admitted to the teacher education program. For graduate students, we offer 1 year of support, which usually means the second and last year of the MAT program. So it's your teacher ed clinical year. We also have, for students in the undergraduate program, or rather the combined bachelor's master's program, we are able on a case-by-case basis to offer up to 3 years of support if you're pursuing the teaching students with disabilities program. So as Dr. Larkin mentioned, this is in partnership with Bergen Community College. So this doesn't really concern you because you're already at Montclair, you graduated from Montclair. So you would fall under that second bullet.
Oh, sorry, I missed one.
Okay, and part of the program, and we'll talk more about this in more detail later, is that for every semester you receive support, you are committing to teaching 1 year in a high need district. It doesn't have to be one of these 3 school districts. There are many high need districts in New Jersey and across the United States. But it's just that we have a partnership with Hackensack, Kearney, and Passaic school districts. Okay, and most likely you'll be placed there for the clinical experience.
So the benefits of this scholarship program, first and foremost, is full tuition and fees. And we offer the number of scholarships that we have funding for. And certainly for this first group, we intend to offer probably 6 scholarships is what we're looking at for the fall. So that would cover the full and this, yeah, I know tuition sometimes changes right around this time of the year, but whatever the tuition is in the fall, we're going to cover it. And that includes whatever fees are levied for students. We also have a $2,000 annual stipend. It's $1,000 per semester, plus a one-time, it's $1,105 payment. Now, currently, that's the amount of extra money it costs to become a teacher. And that includes things like your praxis content exams, even if you've already taken them, right? Like this is to help support that. It's just a flat fee payment to cover all the costs, the background checks, the Ed TPA, all of that is folded into that. We also have monthly cohort meetings, and this is actually one of the largest components of the program. Learning to teach can be a lot, and especially when you're a math or science teacher, there can be a lot of like other little extra things that people in social studies and English and early childhood don't have to contend with. And we have found that having monthly cohort meetings with all of our Noyce scholars is really a key element of ensuring everyone's success and making sure that people can graduate on time, that there aren't any sort of weird little hiccups with registration. Additionally, we offer what we call digital backpacks. It's about $1,000 worth of equipment, including an iPad. We include some temperature probes so you can collect some data and work with graphs, and a bunch of other sort of handy things that a first-year teacher can use to teach their subject. We also have some amount of conference funding for state conferences. There's a state science teachers conference, and also we have the pandemic in there, so we can't make any promises for what conferences are or aren't going to be in there in the future, but we do have funding to send people to conferences, including the National Noyce Conference that occurs every July in Washington, D.C. We also help with the job search. Dr. Munakata and I get lots of emails asking, do you have any math graduates? Do you have people who we can hire? And in the Noyce program, we have people who are ready to find jobs. I will tell you that almost every one of our Noyce scholars right now in April has multiple job offers for September, and a couple of them have said yes already. But that's our intention, is to keep that going. The last piece is what we call induction support. Induction refers to those particularly the first year of teaching, which can be a challenge. So we offer coaching and professional development for our Noyce graduates. Of course, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So the obligations for the STEM for STEM program, first and foremost, we want you to maintain your high academic performance. That means keeping your minimum GPAs, and it's the same as it is for the teacher ed program. So if it falls below the 3.0 major GPA or the 2.75 sorry, 2.75 major GPA, 3.0 overall, then there are issues with the teacher education program. But that's the expectation, that you successfully earn your teaching certificate and that you obtain a teaching position in a high need school. I will say that about a third of the districts in the state of New Jersey are considered high need school districts. Some that might be surprising, but basically high need means that you have over 50% of the students qualify for free or reduced lunch. And then the actual teaching obligation is that for every semester of support you receive from the Noyce program. So if you're a master's student, you would receive 2 semesters for support. Undergraduates receive 4 semesters of support that you teach in a school for 1 year for each semester of support. So a master's graduate would teach for 2 years, undergrad would teach 4 years, and somebody in the teaching students with disabilities cert would teach 6 years in that dual cert program. And the other obligation is participate in all the program offers. That includes the cohort meetings. We have some evaluation surveys, the induction activities, etc. Mika, you want to take this one?
Sorry, I keep forgetting to unmute myself. So we are accepting applications. They are due on May 2nd of this year. So this is assuming that you're in the teacher education, you've been admitted to the teacher education program. And rather than an essay, a written essay, we're asking for a video essay. So it's maybe a little different from other applications you filled out. But we're asking you to create a video essay, and we have some prompts here. We really want to get at, why you want to be a math or science teacher, what you're excited about learning through the Noyce program, what you hope to get out of it, and what you think you can contribute to the program. So these are just suggested prompts. You don't have to read these out loud. Our intention is that you're not reading these and just filling out the blanks, but that you're kind of talking from your heart and letting us know a little bit more about you. Okay. We do have a website. I think probably you've already visited it, but all of our current information is there. So please continue to visit that website. And our intention is to let you know by mid-May after we review your applications.
Okay, so that's the end of the presentation. And
I think there's one question in the chat.
yeah, so if you are,
yeah, that was from me.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
you want to tell us a little bit more about this situation?
So I applied for the Newark Teacher Project for clinicals because I really wanted to do that program instead of the urban residency. And so we haven't heard back on the decisions they've made yet, but I just wanted to know if I did get accepted to that, would I still be able to apply for this scholarship and be considered?
Yes, you would. If you were in the residency, the answer would be no, but because that's a federal program and you can't double dip on these 2 federal programs.
Right.
Newark Teacher Project is something internal. And so even though for that one, you probably would not be placed in, well, you definitely would not be placed in the 3 partner districts, you would be placed in Newark, but that's consistent with,
Right. That's why I was asking, because when you guys were listing off the partner districts, I was like, like the Newark Teacher Project is with Newark and the Oranges. Like I didn't really see how it would be different considering they're both still high needs school districts anyway.
Right.
But
the part of it part of the reason, so Hackensack is with us because we have a strong partnership with Bergen Community College, and we have some of the prerequisite coursework being done in partnership with Hackensack, and we've also tried to make sure that we've set it up so that we're serving the larger northern New Jersey area. So I think if we are if somebody is in Newark, it's not a problem. But anybody not in the Newark Teacher Project will definitely be in one of those 3 other districts.
all right, cool. Thank you.
Welcome. What other questions are out there?
I don't know where I heard this, but when you're applying to the teacher ed program, I heard that you can, that when you submit your application, you're also submitting one for the Noyce program. I don't know if that's correct though.
So under the old Noyce program, that's what we used to do. And it wasn't necessarily automatic, but if somebody applies for the teacher ed program and they're in math or science, their names will get to us. But the actual application for the Noyce program now is it's a link on our project website. that includes like a Google form and the place to upload the video essay.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. So if you're a freshman right now, then this would be like this time next year. You would know if you were admitted to teacher education because you would have already applied. And so we have this process sort of after the teacher ed admission.
Thank you. Got it.
Any other questions? Okay. So please feel free to reach out to either Dr. Munakata or myself. We're happy to answer any questions about this. If you are watching the video of this in the future, please know that our applications each year are going to be due in that first week of May. But you do have to be admitted to the teacher education program. So that's the first step in all of this. Anything else that I'm forgetting here, Dr. Munakata, at the end?
No, I just want to reiterate our invitation to contact us if questions come up. All right.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to stop the recording. I'll say goodbye, but if anybody wants to hang back and talk to us before you leave the room, we'll make ourselves available. Otherwise, have a great day, and thanks for your interest in the Noyce program.
Thank you, everyone.